A lot of who you are depends upon your genes. I don't mean that kind of genes. I mean the genes inside the cells of your body. Let's find out more about heredity. Raven is a great example of a show border collie. But what about her daughter? Will Prada also be a good show dog? Likely, because Prada inherited or shares traits passed along by her parents. The passing down of traits from parent to child is called heredity, and the study of how those traits get passed along is called genetics. To understand how heredity works, you have to start with this. It's called DNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, and it's found inside the cells of plants and animals and people. Let's look inside a human cell. Inside the nucleus of the cell are 46 chromosomes. These thread-like things are made up of DNA. You get half of your chromosomes from your father and the other half from your mother. These 23 coiled pairs are made up of strings of DNA known as a double helix. The steps of this ladder-like structure are pairs of molecules called bases, or letters. The 4 bases are called A, C, G, and T. These letters stand for 4 different chemicals. It's a code book of instructions, unique to every creature, containing all the information needed to make a person or a dog a dog. The sections of DNA are called genes. These genes carry the traits passed along by our parents and their parents, and so on. These genes make proteins that work like little machines in our cells that make our body function. Scientists think that other sections of our DNA are kind of like off-on switches for our genes, telling when some should work and when others shouldn't. Different genes are responsible for different traits. For example, my parents both had brown eyes. My brother John has brown eyes. That's because he received 2 brown-eyed genes from my parents. But I have blue eyes. How did that happen? Well, it has to do with how the genes from our parents combine in us. You can see the odds of each combination in this chart called a Punnett square. It shows the possible combination of 2 parents' eye color genes. Because my grandfathers both had blue eyes, my father Fred had a brown-eyed gene and a blue-eyed gene from his parents, as did my mom Gloria. So my brother and I could either have 2 brown-eyed genes, 1 blue and 1 brown, or 2 blue-eyed genes. Now, some genes are stronger than others. They're called dominant genes, and others are weaker. They're called recessive genes. Brown-eyed genes are dominant, and blue-eyed genes are recessive. So my brother John must have inherited at least 1 brown-eyed gene to have brown eyes, and I must have inherited 2 blue-eyed genes to have blue eyes. So we're like our parents, but not exactly alike. This process of passing traits from one generation to the next happens in almost all living things. Take dogs, for example. Dogs evolved from wolves. Humans bred the tamest wolves and didn't breed the difficult ones. Breeding for a more people-friendly personality led to a change in wolves' genes and how a wolf looks. When wolves became more domesticated dogs, their ear shape changed, their hair changed, and so did other things. When genes get passed along, there's sometimes a mutation. A gene is missing or has a spelling error. This leads to a change in a trait. Dogs were bred to encourage some traits like color or abilities or friendliness. And over time, we ended up with a wide variety of dogs we have today. They're all dogs, but their genes reflect different traits. Now, genetic variations help species change over time, and that can help them survive, especially as food supplies and their environment change. But our genes aren't the entire reason why we are the way we are. The environment in which we grow up can impact us too. If animals and plants don't get enough food or water, or grow up in a stressful or unsafe environment, that could impact their DNA, and that could change future generations. We are who we are because of our genes and because of our environment. But in the future, with a better understanding of how DNA works, science may have more to say about who we are. Scientists have already been able to modify or change genes to make crops more productive, to learn better ways to save endangered animals, and to find new ways to treat diseases. So understanding heredity and more about genes and DNA will help us better understand ourselves and our world. If you want to learn more, head to the Science Trek website. or check our related videos. And if you like Science Trek, be sure to click the subscribe button to catch our newest videos.